What's happening? I'm N64 Josh, and I've had a handful of people ask me about setting up OBS. So that's what we're going to do today. We got to look first at settings, okay? When you jump into settings, you're going to have general. It should all pretty much be set up for you. I don't remember messing with anything here other than changing the theme to dark. These are things that I just left as default. You have to enter your stream key. So you head on over to Twitch. Within the settings, you're going to find your stream key. You're going to copy and paste it here. You can also click get stream key, and that will take you to your dashboard so that you can, as long as you're signed in, it should take you right to your dashboard so you can go grab that key. All right, now I have my service set to Twitch, as you can see here, and my server is set to auto. For output, here's what you're going to want. You're going to want, now this is my preference, is to output at 720p. Okay, I output at 720p because I can use a lower bit rate. It's not as much, there's not as much data being used for the viewer. So if they have data caps or whatever, it's not going to be burning through their data. And it also just allows me to keep my bit rate. I could stream I have very fast internet, both up and down. I could stream, 1080, 60, but I've watched my bit rate skyrocket up into like 13 to 18,000. From my understanding, Twitch does not like you above 6K as far as your bit rate. See what works best for your setup, but I rescale output to 720p. I have my bit rate right now set at 4500. CPU set to very fast. Again, a lot of these things are kind of just defaulted there. As far as recording, if you're going to be making YouTube videos like I'm doing here, you can tell it where you want it to send your videos. So there's for streaming. When it comes to audio, a couple things worth noting, okay? Because I've had a handful of people recently pick up capture cards and they're like, I can't get any game audio. So get into audio, all right? Because I stream on a Mac, I have Soundflower set up, turned on right here, Soundflower 2 channel. Desktop audio 2 is disabled. My mic and auxiliary is my Scarlett 2i2. That's just if you were using a Yeti or whatever, it would be right here. You would set it right here. You see I have a number of options. Auxiliary audio 2 is my gameplay. Whatever capture card you're using, just make sure that's selected. I'm using the Elgato HD60S Plus. Video, jumping in here. My base canvas resolution is set to 1920 by 1080. I output at 1280 by 720. That should get you set up with game audio, your mic audio, and you should be good to go as far as, just getting it outputting to Twitch. Now, let's look at our scenes. Okay, so the way you create a scene, I'll just make one real quick. The scene I'm currently using right here is just my camera. That's it. It's just my video capture device. I don't have anything else on here. But if we jump into like and these are going to look a little weird. I don't have my green screen up right now. But if we look at, okay, so here's a good example of a scene with some overlays. I have display capture, which is actually grabbing my monitor over here, but I would want to switch that to this monitor. There we go. Now it's grabbing the correct monitor. But that would be for when I do my podcast. I can grab my guest camera off of Discord and they would show up inside that switch right there. Okay, so I can just hit the little eyeball here and it goes away. You don't see it. I have my camera right here, DSLR. Again, I can turn it on or off. I have the main overlay. I can turn it on or off. How do you build this? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the little plus button down here and it says that's add a scene. Okay, then that's going to move over here and you're going to start adding sources to that scene. And if I hit the plus button, I got audio input capture, audio output capture, browser, color source, display capture. There's a bunch of things in the list here. So if initially your video capture device is going to be your webcam, more than likely it's going to be your capture card, unless you have something weird going on, but that's going to be your capture card for gameplay. After that, it's going to be like an image, the image here, and you can see from the icon, my overlay is just an image, and you always want to save all of your images as a PNG so that they have a transparent background. is depending on what you're doing, if you're making an overlay similar to this one. I don't have my camera currently turned on, but as you can see up here where it's black, this is where the gameplay would be, or my camera, and you're then just seeing this part of the overlay. So make sure you're saving as a PNG. And if you know this, again, I'm sorry, but a few other things on this screen worth noting. The bit cup. The bit cup comes from Streamlabs. That is going to be a browser source. As you can see, there's a little world next to the bit cup, alerts, and the warp bar. These are just different plugins, if you will, that I use, and they're all tied to a browser source. Same as the event list and the pop-ups, which are right here. And those just kind of scroll through different little different advertisements or whatever, youtube.com/n64josh, and I think it switches every few seconds or whatever. This one might be paused right now, I'm not sure. Again, you just hit the plus button and you're going to go in and pick, yeah, see, it just switched to Discord. You're going to pick what it is that you are wanting to create. So if it's your image, the overlay itself right here, I'll click it so you can see. You're just going to browse your computer, you're going to find the file, you're going to upload it, hit OK, and then you can resize it. All right, you can put it where you want it. Worth noting, when you are resizing things, if you hit shift, you can move this however you want. See, if you don't hit shift, it'll work like so. I want to show you with the face cam right here. If I hit option, so shift will squish. See how my face is all, I'm messing with just the way everything looks. But if you hit option, if you're working with a green screen, and let's say my green screen only covers about to where the door is, and then maybe the doorknob there. If I hit option, I can then grab and pull this over, and my gameplay will be behind me directly. And then if the green screen's only so big, now you're getting the rest of your gameplay right here. This is just important, again, if you're messing with your green screen, or even if you just want to crop the way a shot looks a little bit, if I wanted to just be in a little tighter, right? I can bring this all in, and I'm holding option as I do it. Now I can grab it, and again, I'm just giving you some rough examples, but that's how you can kind of zoom in on your camera. In one of my scenes, I zoom in on my face. What I do with option, I just go to my eyes, right? Get zoomed in real close like this, and then I just stretch this image. And so then I can just stare into the souls of everybody in my chat, just like this, as you can see there. So it's kind of terrifying, honestly. That is a way for you to set up your cameras how you want, where you want. You want to shrink them down, make them big. Maybe you want it square. You don't want to take up a lot of real estate for the gameplay. Hold the option key, and you'll be set up. So I think that's going to be your basic setup. Whether you're on Mac or PC, you should be good to go. And if you got any questions or comments, let me know down below. I can always make a part 2 of this. I really hope it helps, and I can't wait to see you guys start streaming. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.